Welcome back, AVID Juniors. We are coming into week 17, and we are finishing up this first semester rather quickly. I just took a peek at the calendar, and here's how it's going down for not just my class, but for all your classes. Um, you have this week, of course. Next week is week 18. And then after that is considered finals week. Whether there's finals being given or not, that's kind of depending on the class, depending on the subject. We will not have a final for AVID. So, what do you need to make sure to get done in these last 2.5 weeks? First of all, you need to make sure you're getting your grades and all your classes up. Again, we talked about the importance of the junior year and how it counts on college applications. So, make sure that you get those grades up as high as you possibly can before we finish the semester here in about 3 weeks. As far as I'm going with AVID, the main thing I want to do is I want to finish up our personal statements before we walk out the doors here in December so that you have at least a solid personal statement that's in your possession that you have written. I've given you some feedback on, and we'll probably make final drafts of that during the finals week, um, and then submit that to me uh, as kind of like your last project, last assignment. Another important thing that's happening this week on Wednesday. So this week, definitely come to class on Monday for your check-in like we normally do. Wednesday, you come to class. It's a junior class, but here's the thing: we have a visitor coming on Wednesday. It's a person from Compact for Success. And so, if you're not familiar with Compact for Success, this is a program where students in the Sweetwater District can get automatic entrance into San Diego State based off of taking certain classes and getting certain grades. Um, and so we're having somebody that's going to come and review all that with you. Now, I know some of you have got bigger ambitions out there beyond San Diego State. You're looking to maybe different parts of the state, different parts of the country. Maybe even you want to go globally and go to a different country for school. But um, like we talked about when we did our college research, you want to have like those dream schools, those good schools, and then those like backup schools. So whether San Diego State is a dream school for you or whether San Diego State is a backup school for you, it just is always good to know that you have San Diego State somewhere on that list, so that you know how to get in. Again, this is not an opportunity that even all kids in San Diego get. So you're going to be getting the opportunity here, and she's going to talk about that on Wednesday. Um, I don't know how long she'll take on Wednesday. If there is more time on Wednesday, we're going to talk more about the personal statements and the draft that you have due next week. But if I have to move that deadline back a little bit, I can do that. We'll just see how Wednesday goes. Okay. Speaking of what you got going on this week, let's go take a peek at the online notebook. All right. So, juniors, week 17. I'm keeping it real basic. It's Cornell Notes, which you should be easily just rolling from week to week on right now. Don't lose the motivation. Don't lose the grit and the toughness. We're gonna do Cornell Notes this week. We'll do Cornell Notes next week, and that'll be it for the semester. So if you haven't, if you're starting to lose like a little bit of momentum, a little bit of energy, hopefully the Thanksgiving break got you a little bit of pump back. Um, get those Cornell Notes because those are a big portion of your grade. The personal statements, like I said, due the 7th of December. That's next Monday. But that I want to be able to answer your questions about those personal statement drafts. So if I have to move that deadline back a week, I can do that. Um, but we'll talk on Wednesday. We'll see how things go on Wednesday. But for right now, plan to turn something in next Monday on December 7th. And then again, the visitors. So here's how this works. So your personal statement, I've given you this document. This is a nice flow chart, again, that shows you how to write this thing. Even if you're just kind of like writing it here and then just turning these things into sentences, and maybe it's not the greatest draft in the world, at least produce something. I can't give you feedback if you don't produce something. Okay, I can give feedback on a really garbagey paper, but I can't give feedback on a zero paper. I can't, I got nothing to tell you other than, hey, you need to do your work. So give me something. Give me some kind of effort on this. Cornell Notes, that's standard in the online notebook over here on the left. And then for the visitor on Wednesday, I am going to give you points just for coming. So come to class on Wednesday, listen to what the presenter has to say, and you'll get a small amount of points in an assignment. for being there on Wednesday. So you got the visitor on Wednesday, your coronal notes. Again, you'll do those at the end of the week once you've done all your learning for your classes. And then don't forget about this draft. Get it done. If you find out on Wednesday, like, oh, you know what, you got another week. Okay, great. But plan on getting it done by Monday. And it'll be a bonus if you have extra time rather than being, oh crap, it's due. Like, you don't want that. You don't want that to have happen. Okay. So that's our week at a glance. Come to Monday's meeting, check in, and then we'll have a long conversation with the visitor on Wednesday, and we'll talk more about personal statements. All right. See you then.